Hi guys, this is Fifth Dimension. Normally I would have a Part X here, and I thought that Part X's were going to be every week, but I started doing research for Part X on the Waffen SS, or Waffen SS, and I just couldn't find very good information or stuff that would be useful, so I decided that Part X's will only be there when I think there's something good, and when something that's completely necessary. So, for example, the different types of weapons used in the first one, I thought that was very necessary considering it's useful to know what the soldiers are actually fighting with, but you don't necessarily need to know about the Waffen SS, and they only show up at this point. They don't show up as a major they show up as a fighting force, but nothing other than that. They just show up like a regular enemy, so you don't need. I just think I'll skip that. But when something is important, like maybe like one of the later missions has to do with the Soviet Sniper Corps. Maybe I'll use the Soviet. Maybe I'll have our products in the Soviet Sniper Corps. And I'm going to mention in a second that if you like the Part X, but here's just a thing if you didn't know this, if you didn't figure this out. I always actually record the Part X's after the battle, even though they go before. Because I've played these battles before in my simple single-player campaign, but if I say play this through and instead something specific happens, like say I'm playing a mission and train comes in much more than it normally does, I might go back and decide, okay, the Part X for this week is going to be terrain. So that's why I don't do the Part X's before, and it's nice to know how terrain would affect combat, and so it's nice to know what specifically happened in this mission, particularly not just the overall story, but like actual how I use my soldiers to accomplish their tasks. So yeah, let's get on with the show.
The war was now in its 5th month. The defensive action of the Red Army became fiercer, their counterattacks were stronger, and by mid-November the Soviet forces were winning battles at Rostov. Having eliminated the majority of the 16th Panzer Division and the Viking Division, the Red Army managed to drive the Germans back towards the southwest. At the same time, units on the southern front were finally redeployed to launch an offensive along the Generalsko-Rostov line in order to eliminate the General Ewald von Kleist's 1st Panzer Division and free the town. At this point, the two friends parted. Viktor Smirnov left the Rostselmash plant together with workers and arrived at Saratov by a troop train for his new assignment. Alexei Kuznetsov was slightly injured, taken captive and transferred to the village of Sinyavsko by Rostov, which had recently been occupied by German troops and where they were setting up a camp to recruit and train prisoners of war for sabotage in the Soviet rear.
Come on, Alexei!
Kommunisten noch mehr. Man sagt, dass die neuen Divisionen jetzt aus Deutschland unterwegs sind. Beziehen Sie Stellung. Schneller!
And this is the smartest choice of all you have. Thanks to a sudden resistance attack on the village, Alexei Kuznetsov managed to deal with the guards and escape. He has now joined the resistance in an attack on the SS headquarters located to the north. The Germans have established a recruitment camp in the village, so there must be something at the headquarters to interest our counterintelligence. They are keeping several Soviet soldiers captive in this old school building. You must eliminate the guards and free the soldiers. We need every available male. Having swept through the German headquarters and captured the documents, Alexei must cross the front line and hand the information over to NKVD officers who will know what to do with it. You must act quickly. Armed troops from nearby garrisons could arrive at any minute, and then we'll be in trouble.
It's just my luck that the guerrillas decided to harass the Germans today. I need to help these guys. I can't just run away like a coward. It's just my luck that the guerrillas decided to harass the Germans today. I need to help these guys. I can't just run away like a coward.
So hello everybody. One sec though. Yes. Sorry, I would have done my introduction beforehand if I didn't get a chance to. Or I did, but because there were some problems with the video recording, with their sound recording, so didn't pick up my voice. But so here I get to do it. That's it. I'll tell you this much. I'm trying to. I've said this before, so actually this is my third time saying this, but you'll understand why, because
hold on, guys. You must lure the Germans to our position. Time to take over the HQ.
Anyways, I had to re-record everything once because it all went to hell and it sucked a lot. And long story, how to explain. It just didn't like me. It's like a weird thing, dying in ways I've never died before. Dying ways that I won't have, that playing through on hard difficulties I don't die. Like, I got run over by a supply truck. I got killed. I got melee to death by one of my own men. Like, it just wasn't my day. So yes. So no talk. I'm just gonna play through because I really don't want to explain. When it comes up, I don't think of right away. But I am doing better than I have done before because normally I have to wait a long time to destroy the two vehicles. Oh, and until I select these men, take them on my group, they can't die. I can't die, or they can't die. The problem is they all have one stat, 1 out of 3 meters of their bar thing on any weapon. So they all really suck. So 1 sec though.